Hi, welcome to this new episode of PartnerTalk. We are all here in Milan. AVEVA MES 2026 is happening, it's ongoing. Great success, a lot of partners and customers here, and I'm so blessed to have the opportunity to talk today. One customer, Daniela, you introduce yourself later, and a partner, an Endorsed by Autoware, Alessandro. Please go ahead, introduce yourselves.
Okay, thank you, really thank you. My name is Alessandro Romito. I'm from Autoware, system integrator, and my role is basically being a sales engineer, but not so basically because the technical part of our job is very, very important.
So I'm Daniela Arzu. I'm here on behalf of Pasta Zara, and I am the head of financial reporting and the sustainability referee of the company.
Great, thank you. You want to share a little more about Pasta Zara? A couple of information around the plant.
So we are one of the main exporter of pasta. So we export like the 89% of our pasta. We are very strong in our processes, just not only for our brands, because of our two high quality brands, Pasta Zara and Pastificio Bragagnolo, but we also have like a huge knowledge in processing private labels. So probably you don't know you're eating our pasta, but you're doing it.
Possibly. Okay, great. Good to hear this Italian excellence.
Yeah.
Is going to be exported. Great. So we are here today because you won the Sustainability Impact Partner Badge. As Autoware. Sustainability Impact Partner Badge is an initiative that we opened up last year to endorse size. This year is also including certified size. And you presented Pasta Zara project. So there is a strong sustainability feature in this project. Would you tell us more, please?
Yeah, sure. We tried to investigate and do an analysis on the data that we collected from the field, and we took more on an operational layer, and then we understood that there was some problems related to the overfilling of packages of pasta. And so with the MES system, we were ready and we were able to manage that situation in order to reduce the costs and not only a cost related to the food, to more food that was included into the pasta packages, but also on the waste that is produced and the CO2, the tons of CO2, the emissions that were emitted on that more pasta produced and more pasta put into the packages.
Great.
So that's the main topic.
Wow, great. You want to add anything?
But for us, actually, it was great because we are, of course, creating our sustainability strategy and having a partner that actually has its own strategy. Sustainability is like give us a competitive advantage, and also makes it easier, like for me to have a decarbonization plan, because I know that data are already there and it's way more easy.
Wow, great, fantastic. So what's your position as a partner, system integrator, as a customer? I'm really curious, and how it could impact sustainability also.
AI is very important in food manufacturing. I would say two topics are assessed in this moment. The first one is related to energy consumption optimization. The second one is related to predictive maintenance. Why? We know about environmental geopolitical events that happen right now, so there is a cost volatility on energy, and not only. And we need also to preventive maintenance, for example, for the setup costs that have a company like Pasta Zara, because when you stop the production, then you start again, you need to waste a lot of food. Not only you don't have produced product and you have your workers stop, but then you have to waste a lot of food. And that's a real problem. So giving a continuity on production is very important. And that's why it's important to stay on a predictive maintenance and not a reactive. Implement it is not so easy. So these are the two main topics.
Wow.
So I completely agree with him. I would like to say that the interaction between sustainability and artificial intelligence might be seen like hypocritical because, of course, AI is based on non-renewables. So, of course, we have to try to implement AI in a manner that is ethical and not random. So you have to instruct the employees in order to really use it in a really effective way. With Autoware, what we have managed to do, we have managed to starting a process to implement it and understand it where it's going to affect our company. Because of course, we will be able to understand the processes, where to act before we know we should act, let's say. It could affect quality, it could affect the processes, it could affect the energy consumption. So AI is actually really effective and it can really help us with sustainability. And we have to be clear that we have to do it in a really responsible way.
Wow, I like it, I love it. Good, great. Talking about geopolitical volatility, talking about the current situations, supply chain disruptions, this kind of external factors, how data to operations is going to help you?
I think the gap of data impact, so bridge the gap, data to impact is very, very important on three main topics. The first one is about cost volatility and on energy, but also on raw materials, because it's not so easy to manage these two factors. The second one is related to ESG, so all the regulatory part related to emissions. Consider that now are not affecting only enterprises, large enterprises, but also
The world, the environment.
mid companies. And then, as you said, the traceability, the supply chain traceability now is really important. To have an impact on these three topics, you need three factors mainly: high key quality data. The second part is about the expertise, experience of the customer. So the role of Pasta Zara is very important. Without that, we are not able to do a really good job. And then we need expertise from the system integrator, which has experience on the field. Okay, with these three factors, we are ready to use the data on a strategic level. But what really mean on this type of operation is to have a very long partnership. With Pasta Zara, we have more than 20-year partnership. So it's not only a sales model, it is transactional or solution sales model. We are a partner. So that's the only way to achieve high quality results.
Great point.
Yeah, so the main challenge I think is having usable and fast data, which we have thanks to Autoware, of course, because on the one hand we have the challenge given by the regulations, so we have to shift our strategies and business plans according to what will be the major directories that are going to be introduced at a global and European level. And of course, on the other hand, we have like these really global challenges given by macroeconomics, which of course we have to be resilient in order to not be so much influenced and being able and capable of shifting ourselves in order to incorporate and see an opportunity where there is a challenge. So thanks to our suppliers, thanks to Autoware, we are really able to do this in a really short time.
Good.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. Last question.
Sure.
We are at Milan at AVEVA World 2026. One word, how would you describe AVEVA World?
Can you start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I cannot do it in one word. I hope that 4 words are okay. And 4 words are opportunities to grow more.
Okay, great. I like it.
So
Daniela.
for me, it's reliability, of course.
Reliability.
Yeah.
Okay. That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Alessandro.
Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you very much.